Welcome to Cashflow Diary, a podcast where we discuss business, money, real estate, and the sharing economy. As a full-time real estate investor, entrepreneur, and all-around problem solver, I have had the privilege of developing individuals into powerful business owners. And today, the focus turns towards you. Our mission is to help you build your real estate empire by leveraging strategies to grow yourself, your mind, and your wallet. Let's get started.
Jay, I'm having an idea problem here. My best friends, one of my best friends is I'm in talks with him with being an investor, and he has $50,000 that he's willing to invest. I'm trying to merge our two goals together. I'm letting him know that he can get 9% on his money, and his whole thing is I don't want he doesn't care about the percentage on the money. He wants to be a partner with me with whatever we do. He's like, I'm thinking more long term. It's not about the money. He's like, I want us to build something together. I want us to have something for our kids and so forth and so forth. And really, my buddy, he has no investor background. This will be his first investment. He's not no real estate guy. This would be his first deal. So I'm trying to merge because I really would not want the headache because I don't think him with money. I don't have faith in him yet. He's not there. He's not proven. I wouldn't want to be in a partnership with him like that. Not yet. He's just not ready for that. So I'm just trying to merge the two worlds. He wants to get in the deal, but he wants to be in it together. And I'm looking at it like I value our friendship more than this investment. I'm trying to find an idea to merge the two worlds. Is it possible for us to work together, or should I just leave it be?
Got it. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Here's what's missing. You want to lay out a vision for him so that he can see. Because see, right now, he's likely looking at this as, this is my one shot to get to work with my friend. So here's what I'm saying. I have, as you can imagine, I've had this conversation before. And so you want to say, okay, I'm with you. Tell him this is literally how it goes. I understand exactly where you want to be. Step one, though, this is the type of transaction we're going to start out with. Because I value our friendship relationship, let's see how we do with this. And then this is step two. And then this is step three. Now, once we get to step three, you should have approximately X number of dollars, right? Let me give it to you this way. Typically, when someone approaches me, I work in three categories. There's 0 to 50 grand, 50 to 250, 250 and above. If you're in the 0 to 250, it's either buy some education. And if I want to, maybe it'll be a promissory note, some kind, interest rate on your money. Now, from 50 to 250, okay, we can be a little bit more creative. And sure, smaller pieces of equity and things of that nature can come to the table, but we would have to be talking about larger amounts of money. And even in that situation, it's still usually going to be your own deal by yourself, and you'll still just earn a return on your money. At 250 and above, then if you're talking about full-on partner, then okay, cool. That's a potential, but typically that doesn't start until $1 million. So I would love to work with you. Of those three places, where would you like to start?
You said $1 million.
Did. Do you see what that happened there, Earl?
Yeah, I've given him a choice of where he wants to start from and a reason for why we're starting where we're starting.
Absolutely. And it just make sure he understands that this is where we're starting. This is why we're starting here. And if this goes well, I'm open to considering the next step. But right now, I value our friendship too much, but I do want to help. And if I can, I can help. And I'm already paying you 9%, which is 2% more than what my mentor said to pay. Yeah, don't think I didn't hear that. This is what I can do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's where you need to go, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say, like, because that's a great question. I've always wondered about that, but I didn't really know when to ask you. But there's always people who see our success early and they're like, hey, this is good, or they got questions, or they want to know certain things. So is it safe to say that it's kind of like a test, trial and error, trial period that you kind of like put them through because they're in that 0 to 50 range, and until that first deal goes well, or that first 9% or 10 or 15 grand or whatever it is, then it's kind of like as the money grows and the business relationship grows as well. Is it safe to say that?
Correct. That's exactly right. Because here's what I am testing. It's not so much about the dollar amount as much as it is about, I need to know how you are going to react emotionally when you see on the news or when something you interpret as bad happens. Because it is their ignorance becomes your liability. And that's my concern. And most people don't think it all the way through because they're like, well, shoot, they had the money, so we did the deal. And here's a very simple one. And this is one of the reasons why I start the loans. If they are in a car accident and hurt someone, you have a problem. Because if they don't have the proper structure to defend themselves, any of their ownership is something you are going to have to pay for to defend, unless you want to be in business or in a forced liquidation situation with this other unnamed third party. That's a risk I can't take. I won't take. But most people don't see that risk at the beginning because we're only thinking about, well, it's going to be great. I like you. You like me. Yeah, I got that until something happens. And I want to protect that. Most importantly, I want to see how you react when something goes bad. I want to see. I need to see. Because if you react poorly, it costs me and my family money. If I react poorly, you should want to see it from me. But if I react poorly, it could cost you money. And that's really what we're talking about here. Their ignorance is your liability, which is why you don't want to, it's kind of hard to say that directly to someone. Like, your ignorance is my liability. Now, if you tick me off enough, I'll eventually get there. But I'm trying to not say that, if that makes sense. I don't want to lead with that. All right. But that is the reality of the situation. I've been in situations where someone else's ignorance cost me money because I wanted to defend my ownership. And I didn't like that. I don't like that. So I guard against it. And then I audition you all the way through to see if you can handle it. Can you handle it? Because I don't know, right? And heaven forbid, should everything go well and you end up with 12 stacks and you then you lose your mind again the other way. It's like, come on, man. So it's like, how they respond emotionally is your potential liability. We got to figure that out first. I know it's your boy, it's your girl. You've seen them forever. Y'all hung out. Things change. And that's not even including like the what happens if they die situation. Add that too. Because that is really no fun. Like, that's just immediate no fun. Because if they're not prepared right then, most of the time, the family needs liquidity and cash immediately, which causes lots of stress. Thank you for tuning in to the Cashflow Diary podcast. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please subscribe, share with a friend, and leave a rating and a review. If you'd like to keep the conversation going, head over to CashFlowDiary.com to sign up for our email list, as well as check out all the links and resources in the show notes. Thank you again. Until next time.